We are live! Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the After Hours Gaming League with me, District StarCraft. And we are in the first lobby already, oh my god. It is Tableau Software versus Bungie. It's going to be a best of 5, of course. So, as I said, we are in the lobby and waiting for it all to start, for the first game to start. We should be on a 5-minute delay, I think, for the stream, so I think that's what they asked for. It's going to take me a while to respond to any sort of comments shown up in the comments, of course. So our teams today they are not the strongest teams, but they are pretty alright. We have some golds and platinums in here, a couple of silvers as well, so not the best teams. I think there are a lot of better teams, but at least we're going to see some even matchups, definitely. And yeah, we're waiting just for a couple of more to join, I think. Setting up the referees and stuff like that. Let me know how sound is as soon as we join the game, of course. Hard to tell right now. Cool. And there's the countdown. Alright, countdown has begun and we're going to be loading into Deadwing. And looks like we're going to have some decently even players here. Okay, cool. We're almost done loading in, and here we are in the first game of Bungie versus Tableau Software. And whoops, there we go, setting up the overlay properly. And in the bottom left side of Deadwing, representing Bungie, it is Karna. At least I think that is how it's pronounced. It's got the cool decal going on. And at the top left side, also a Zug player, Orange, representing Tableau Software. It is Bakery Tofu, and I've casted Tableau Software I think once before, so I definitely recognize his name. I think I said that wrong during the cast, I don't know. Bakery Tofu, I think that's how it's pronounced anyway. But yeah, it's going to be a CVC, which a lot of people do know that this is a very volatile matchup, and a lot of things can happen very quickly. So far, it's looking very, very standard. Both players opening up with drones and overlords. Fortunately for Karna, he's going to be scouting out Bakery Tofu first here. While Bakery Tofu, kind of unfortunate route here with this overlord, and he's going for some sort of a midway scout. But nonetheless, his second overlord is going down. He's going to be seeing Karna with that. Now the extractor is coming down from Karna. This is not like an overload trick or anything. This is the geyser. He wants to get some early gas before the pool, and he might want to apply some pressure with this. Well, probably he is going to be applying pressure. So we'll see how Bakery Tofu decides to respond to this. So far, Bakery Tofu is building nothing, and there we go. The hatchery is being dropped. So he's going for a hatch first, which has been standard for a long time, but so has this pool gas bin. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not Karna withdraws, I don't know, these drones from the geyser. Perhaps he just wants to save up for an early metabolic boost, but if he sticks with it, he might want to go for some bling-ling type of play. But we'll see. Karna is not going to be securing a hatchery of his own, so as you can see, it's going to be roughly, you know, 50 seconds or so behind Big Ritufo's expansion, but he does have the spawning pool earlier, and this also means that he has to deal some damage at least. So we're gonna see. Metabolic boost has been started for Kano, and he has removed those drones from the geyser, so he does not want to follow it up any sort of ling bling style. Now he wants to just get the early ling speed, perhaps just to be safe, but we'll see. Big Ritofo though, his expansion is going to be finishing up, and his spawning pool is finishing up as well. So it's just like taking his gas right now. So his metabolic boost is definitely going to be behind Kano's metabolic boost. But links are on the way for Kano. Oh my god. Hang on 1 second. There we go. My own stream started in the background. I forgot to mute it. But anyway, 8 links are going to be popping from Kano right now. And Big Ritofo is getting links of his own actually. Just to scout, I assume. Just to be safe. But we'll see what it decides to do with these. Kano, he sort of has to deal some damage, or it's going to be behind in the income. As you can see, he's already behind by roughly 3 workers here, and that's going to... that lead for Big Ritofo is going to extend the further this game goes on. But Kano right now, he does have 8 links in total, and he's making 2 more, so he's definitely going to be applying some pressure with his newly finished metabolic boost right here. Let's follow these links, let's see what they can make happen. Armor supply right now is 12 to 6, so it does have an advantage, but Big Ritofo does have a queen in place here, and queens definitely have a lot of HP, and they can deal quite a decent amount of damage. But unfortunately, Big Ritofo getting caught here. His queen is not in position to attack simultaneously with the Zerglings, so right now his expansion may be in a lot of trouble here, and this is a nice move from Kano. Just made enough links to be able to deal a certain amount of damage. First queen does fall, the second queen gets surrounded as well, and this is not looking good for Big Ritofo. He's way behind in supply, 27 to 37, so he's behind by 10 supply. And income, he has lost a couple of workers there, still ahead, but these Zerglings are not done yet. They're going to take down the Morphing Spinecrawler, and now Cancel there is going to start killing off a lot of drones here, trying to mineral walk the drones, but Big Ritofo can't really fight this. His own links are now finally popping, and he's going to clean this up. Look at this. Reinforcing links are coming across the map from Kano, and it's making 6 more right now. Big Ritofo is looking to be in a tough spot here. He has to keep making Zerglings to hold on, but he starts droning way too early, and I don't think he's going to be able to hold on here. Go back to the income tab. He's now behind by 7 harvesters, and that's a bit too much. In the CVC, every single drone matters, to be honest. That's the way it is in every mirror matchup. Every single harvester matters. So we'll see now if Big Ritofo can hold on. He's dropping a spine, but it's way too late. Spines take a surprising amount of time to build, like 50 seconds or something. But Kano pushing into the main base right now. Big Ritofo does have a queen finished once again, but it's not enough. His Zerglings are dying, and so is the queen, getting surrounded once again. Does have the defender's advantage with the reinforcements, but Kano is just rallying across the map constantly, and I do think Big Ritofo's first game is going to be ending pretty quickly here. Looking very green for him. Kano's rushing in with more links, and 13 supply to 53. I think we're going to see a GG in any moment now. There we go, there's the GG with a smiley face. So, a very quick first game here between Bungie and Tableau Software. So, Bungie 1-0 right now. So there we go, a very quick game there, the first one. But I still hope you enjoyed that game. As I said earlier, we're on a 5-minute delay, so any comments or anything written in the chat cannot be seen by me until after 5 minutes. But let me know if the sound quality is alright with the StarCraft and everything. Alright, we're going to be jumping into game number 2 pretty soon, I assume. I haven't received an invite yet. It doesn't look like anyone is in game, so we're still waiting for that invite right now. Oh, that's right, I have to change the score, of course. Bungie taking a lead there with 1-0. So there we go, cool. Got that fixed. Hope everyone has had a nice weekend. It's a 9 PM here for me in Sweden, so my weekend's almost over. But for the guys in the US, I think it's barely like 12 PM right now, somewhere around there. There we go. Got the invite going for the second game. Okay, cool. Looks like we're almost ready with the game. It's going to be a TVC on Expedition Lost. We're still in the lobby. I don't know why we haven't started yet. Looks like the referees are set up. And there we go. Everyone all set. Okay, my squeaky chair. It's not super squeaky. Alright, countdown has begun. We're loading into the second game. Current score is 1-0 in favor of Bungie. Of course, the teams rather are Tableau Software and Bungie. But now in the second game, things may change because Tableau Software is thrown in a Platinum League while Bungie is fighting with a Silver Champion. So we'll see if Tableau Software can take a win in this game. So here we are in the second game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start this off by introducing our players. In the top right side of Expedition Lost, representing Tableau Software, it is Cabbage. Nice name, simple, I like it. And in the bottom left side, rocking the blue trunks, it is Mad Sushi. Representing Bungie, of course. And as said, Mad Sushi is in Silver League, while Cabbage is in Platinum, so doesn't look the best here for Mad Sushi starting this off, but of course anything can happen, and Mad Sushi has been in Platinum once, so let's not count him out too early, shall we? Matchup is going to be TVC, a matchup liked by a lot of people, and personally, when I play Terran, I don't like this matchup that much. I think it's pretty hard to play out, but we'll see how these players decide to play it. So far, looking pretty macro heavy. Cabbage is still producing drones, of course, so is Mad Sushi, or producing SCVs rather, and it's all looking very standard so far. Going for an early pull in TVC isn't really super viable, just due to the fact that wall-ins are a thing, and if you come in there with your early links, you're probably not going to deal a whole lot of damage. But Cabbage is going to be going for pull first anyway, which is not standard, I would say. Hatchery first has been standard for a very long time, but I suppose it's not that big of a deal. He gets an earlier queen out, and he gets an earlier inject lava, perhaps a couple of more drones. I don't know the exact economic difference between going hatch first and pull first, but Mad Sushi does scout it all out. Cabbage now going to be dropping that hatchery, I assume. No, just hunting down that SCV. And Mad Sushi, on the other hand, is going for command center first, which is pretty ballsy, to be honest. It's very cool to see. I'm not going to deny it. and it's probably going to, you know, if Cabbage decides to be aggressive, he can definitely deal some damage with the Zerglings, as his spawning pool is finishing up right now. But is he gonna build the Zerglings though? That's the main thing, because this isn't a tight wall off at all. Zerglings can easily get in there. And there we go, 2 Zerglings are going to be on the way right now. The barracks has just been started, so I don't think there are going to be a lot of Marines out in time. No gas has... Oh, okay, there we go. Gas is getting taken right now for Matsushi. So, if these Zerglings do go across the map and really aim for the main base, you can definitely get in and just be annoying. That's really one of the main things as a Protoss player. When the Zerglings get into your main base and you have to hunt them down with the Zealot with a 2.25 movement speed, that's super annoying. But of course, terrorists do have the ranged Marines. And now the barracks is done, so Marine has to be started pretty much immediately, unless he wants to lose a couple of SCVs. Or doesn't want to lose really, just run the risk of losing a couple of SCVs. Marine has been started, but of course it takes a couple of seconds to build at 25. And the Zerglings are now in the base, going to be killing off perhaps 1 or 2 SCVs, so not the largest of deals here. Matsushi pulling a couple of them just to fight back. Gas has been taken from Cabbage, and he's getting the metabolic boost up pretty soon, I would assume. The natural has also finished for him, so it's going to be starting up a lot of drones, I would assume. I use that a lot, I would assume, but okay. The Zerglings are finally dying here to the 1 Marine, getting pushed back. And Matsushi turning this into an orbital before landing it. Of course, he doesn't really want to land it there when the Zerglings is out of the map. He instead focuses on getting the orbital command up first. 5 more drones in production over Cabbage, and he might go for some really heavy droning here. But it is hard to secure a third on this map. You have this, of course, this possibility here. But look at how wide open this entrance is. This is pretty large. This is decently large, and this is pretty large as well. So securing a third base over there is difficult. This third base, sure, you have your ramp down here from your main base, but you got this and this as well. So I feel like that's a general theme of these new maps for the season. Blizzard doesn't want us to expand 3 bases. That's the feeling I'm getting, but of course they want us to play and expand 3 bases, but they want to make it difficult for us. Lair is finishing up Fire Play right now, and double Evo Chambers going down at the front as well. Cabbage is not that super high on drones, just now getting optimal saturation in his main base. It's a bit low on workers at his natural. So income right now is 920 to 900 roughly, so it's pretty even. But this is an early spire. That's a super early spire, and that's probably why Cabbage hasn't been mining that much on the minerals. He's been focusing heavily on the gas, and he needs to do that to be able to get up a lot of early Mutilisks. So we'll see what damage he can get done. There are no engineering base done for Matsushi, so any potential turrets are not really going to be a possibility for a very long time. So now baiting nest is going to be on the way for Cabbage, and it looks like he's going to be going for that standard Ling Bling Miuda style, which has been standard for a very, very long time. Working on his creep spread as well, looking pretty nice for him, getting the +1 carapace as well as the +1 melee attacks. But now Matsushi is finally going to be landing that command center. It's been done for a very long time, and to be honest, I don't think it was worth it going for command center first if it lands this late. When it was done, like roughly 4 minutes, I would guess. That's my guess. 5 minutes perhaps, I don't know. My turn timings are a bit off. But it's been at least 3.5 minutes until it was able to land that. Cabbage keeping on that creep spread. Doesn't have metabolic boost though, which is pretty weird. It is started, but it's 90 seconds away, so if you can hold on for that long, I think it's going to be just fine. But there are Hellions out of the map for our turn player, so if Matsushi decides to apply pressure with these Hellions, which I think he should, Cabbage is going to have a bit of trouble dealing with those actually without that metabolic boost upgrade. Of course, links with metabolic boost are faster than Hellions, 4.7 movement speed versus the 4.25. I noticed a couple of guys did leave a follow on the channel. I love to see that. That is very kind of you. Thank you very much. Stim pack is on the way. On the Twitch channel, of course. Stim pack is on the way for our Terran player, and he's working on double tech labs here, which I'm not a huge fan of, but if he gets Stim pack before this push hits, that might work out for him. He's got a lot of Henius here, but unfortunately all these upgrades are going to be finishing just before this push happens, so +1/+1, metabolic boost, and centrifugal hooks is going to be done. 24 more Zerglings are on the way as well, so might be able to make something happen here though, very quickly. The Spire is done, but no Mutalisks are going to be on the way. Helios taking a lot of damage there to those initial baiting hits. But there's a lot of Marauders on this composition. The Helios are getting surrounded immediately, and that's not very good for him. He's got one Heli remaining, but a lot of tanky Marauders here. He's gonna push this back for now. And look at the supply. Mad Sushi is actually ahead by quite a lot here. And Cabbage is looking to be in a bit of trouble here. He's making 3 more baitings, 18 more Zerglings, so he might be able to hold this off. But how? At what cost? How many drones he's gonna lose so far? Doesn't look like too many. He's lost 3 so far, and now he's finally going to clean this up with some nice bending hits. Reinforcing units are coming across the map though. But yeah, still look at the supply. Matsushi is still ahead in supply. He's ahead in armor supply as well, but Cabbage does have the defender's advantage, and Lynx are constantly reinforcing for him. It's important that he is hitting these injects, which he quite isn't doing. It's up to 100 energy almost on that queen, so we need to focus on ejecting instead of just trying to build units. Now a lot of drones are going to fall here, and 8's have fallen so far. If a lot of more fall, it's going to be really bad for Cabbage here. It's already taking quite a bit of damage. And still, look at the supply, 45 to 76, and Matsushi just pushing it. This was a really well executed push. This command center, he didn't want to use it for mining really, he just wanted to, I don't know, he landed it so late it didn't really pay off with this push. He went for basically a 1-base push, but of course with that command center as a follow-up. Now Cabbage has managed to muster his forces, and these Banians can do a lot of work here. Of course the Henius and the Marines are light units, and those Henius do a lot of damage. Now Zerglings are coming across the map, or across the ramp rather, but getting blocked by those units. 3 Mutalisks going to be making it out across the map, and there's not a lot of anti-air here. I think he's going to be able to clean this up eventually with the Mutalisks, and Cabbage has caught up a bit of supply, but just as I say that, it drops a bit. Now the Marine count has been lowered to 0 here in the base of Cabbage, and the Mutalisks are eventually going to be cleaning this up. A really cool push here from Matsushi though, and it dealt a lot of damage. Worker skill is up to 9, and he forced a lot of minerals to be spent on army units. But he did not kill any bases. He didn't kill a natural, he didn't deal any damage to the 3rd base, and that Cabbage can now drone. Drone like a madman. He's droning, he's making 3 drones right now. Okay, that's not mad, but I don't think he feels that safe just yet to be starting the heavy droning. He does have a queen on each base though, so he can definitely inject a whole lot. Look at the minerals here as well. Matsushi is starting to pile them up, and what's he got going on for him in the main base? He's got quite a amount of barracks, dropping a couple of more, up to 5 right now, and now he's starting to produce Widow Mines. But I feel like Matsushi, he dealt some decent damage, but not quite enough. Cabbage lost a lot few workers than I thought he did. I think he just transferred them to the main base, so if Matsushi decides to stay on 2 bases and he allows Cabbage to macro up, get even further ahead in the upgrades, then it's not gonna turn out great for him. But we'll see what Matsushi has planned here. So far only the barracks. No starport just yet. I would love to see medevacs. They really are super important in the TVC matchups, and it's important for Zerg players to clean them up as well. They're pretty expensive. They're 100, so definitely try to clean them up with your Mutalisks if you are a Zerg player. Now Cabbage, he is making a lot of stuff all the time though. They make a lot more baitings right here, and as a Zerg player, okay, I'm not a Zerg player, but this is how I want to play the Zerg race. When there are no units coming across the map against me, I'm not building any army units. So right now Cabbage, this could have been drones instead. You know, that's what I'm feeling with this. But he is droning as heavily as he can right now though, so that is nice for him, as long as it doesn't make any more Zerglings right now without any push coming. And just as I say that, the push is coming. Shh. Okay. Matsushi pushing out right now. He doesn't have combat shield, doesn't have +1/+1, doesn't have anything. He's just got the plain units with this stim pack. But Cabbage getting a nice trade here. He's trying to split up the army of Matsushi, and that's a stim that is super. Oh god, this is horrible. Stims when you don't have medevacs really are costly, and now Cabbage cleans that up without a problem. 36 more sightings are going to be on the way, as well as an infestation pit, so we can take up to Hive at the 17-minute mark after taking quite a substantial amount of damage there pretty early in the game. But now Cabbage is the one going on the offensive, and look at supply right now, 86 to 109. Matsushi has basically stayed on 80 supply, you know, for the entire game. It feels like he's been on 80 supply since the start. But with that push, he did end up on 80 supply, so he's been staying there pretty stable for quite some time. Still doesn't have a third base coming up, just now dropping the starport though, as well as another barracks. Where's that at? The barracks? Why is it flipping between the tech labs? I don't know what's going on. There's the barracks nonetheless. Where's the starport? There it is. Of course, he's ran out of minerals in his main base and has now transferred every single SV down to his natural. So if we go to the income right now, he is very far behind. He's got a lot of workers, but he's overly saturated, of course. So adding on a third base as quickly as possible is my main tip to Matsushi right now. Cabbage though going for a fourth base. I like this quite a lot. He knows he's pretty safe right now. So Hive is coming down, as well as 9 more Mutalisks. And if you start using these to harass, he can definitely deal a lot of damage. Matsushi doesn't really have, I don't think he's got the best multitasking in the world, but it does have a couple of Widow Mines nicely placed there at the mineral line, which can deal a lot of damage to climbed up Mutalisks. One thing that Matsushi has going from though isn't his income. He's got some nice production though. Armor supply right now is 102 to 77. So he's constantly producing units, which is the main focus in StarCraft 2, I think. Constantly producing units often gives you wins, even though you may not have the best micro or best multitasking. But Matsushi, he is constantly making units, and he's not dropping the third base just as the Mutalisk swoop in. Is gonna cancel. I don't think he canceled it. That's 300 minerals he can't afford to lose when it's this low on mineral patches. That's really unfortunate for him. And but he's gonna push right. Oh my god, his stim. He stimmed his entire army, and he didn't even kill a Mutalisk for it, I think. He dealt so much damage to his own army without killing a single Mutalisk. I don't think that was worth it at all. But he has to take the battle right here on creep. But he kills all the servants, all the buildings. Cabbage, he can't stay here with these Mutalisks. What is he doing? He can't fight straight up versus Marines with Mutalisks. No, no can do, sir. And now he's finally pulling back though. We lost a lot of Mutalisks there. That was not worth it for him at all. Now he's made a lot more links, reinforcing this, going for full on surround and cleaning that up. So he knew we had reinforcements coming. Now Ultralisks are going to be on the way as well. That Hive has finished, Ultralisk Cannon has finished, and the upgrades right now are 2-2. So looking very grim here for Matsushi right now. It's behind by 51 supply, and 20 of that is in the drone count, but it's just so far behind in tech, in upgrades. Don't think he can do a whole lot here. Cabbage made one Swarmhost, I think by mistake. Very easy, can happen. So Cabbage cleaning that up, killing his own Swarmhost, I guess to make room for more Ultralisks, I don't know. Matsushi's going for another push though, and if he can catch, no, I don't think he can catch Cabbage off guard here. Can just aim with this army and clean Matsushi up, especially if he engages on creep once again. And there's one stim again, and here the Ultralisks are coming. Ultralisks, hungry Ultralisks, cleaning this up. The baiting is coming in, and there's going to be the GG. And Matsushi leads the game. Cabbage tying it up, 1-1, Tableau Software versus Bungie. So let's change the score, shall we? There we go. 1-1 right now. Are we getting some lag on the stream? Let me know, please. So yeah, these are some pretty decently quick games, but that wasn't super quick. It was more of a constant pushing from Matsushi. It made it feel quick, but it wasn't really. Alright, looks like we are about to get invited to the next game. We are setting up the lobby right now, I think. Please let me know if we are having lag. Some say we do, so I would like to know if we are having lag, so that I can change it for the next time or restart the stream if it's really bad. Whoops. Okay, cool. We are in the lobby for game number 3. The current score is 1-1. I think everyone is all set. And we're going to be starting the game. Right. Once again, it looks like we're going to have an even matchup. At least decently even. 2 gold players. One of them has been in diamond before though, so. And it's been in diamond 5 times. So we'll see how even this is. Looks like our diamond player might be playing random, which is pretty interesting. The countdown has begun, and he's still with random, so that's pretty cool. Gonna see what race he does get. Fortunately, it looks like we are dropping a couple of frames. Let me know if it's too bad. I'll restart the stream. Perhaps try to lower the bitrate a bit. Nonetheless, we are loaded into the 3rd game, ladies and gentlemen. The score is 1-1 between Bungie and Tableau Software. Spawning in the 1 o'clock position of Catalina Ellie is our random player. It is Devant. And this time he's going to be playing as Terran. I have no idea what his best race is, so we're gonna have to find out on our own. And in the 5 o'clock position, our orange player representing Tableau Software, it is Tiger Zero. So Devant has been in diamond 5 times. yeah, Cabbage, the stream title should have been updated, by the way. Got a comment in the chat telling me the stream title wasn't that updated, but it should be set to Tableau Software versus Bungie. But anyway, back to the game. Devant had been in Diamond 5 times, but now he's Gold League, so we will see how this plays out. Give me just 1 second, I'll be tabbing out very quickly. The stream title should be updated, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, Devant is going to be dropping that barracks onto 12 supply right now. He's going to follow it up with a gas. Doesn't look like it. He has sent an SV to scout. Is it to... No, it's just a scout. It's not going to do any sort of shenanigans going on this map. Now Tiger Zero, he is going for that extractor first, and there is going to be that spawning pool. So he doesn't really want to go for that hatchery first, which is pretty interesting. As I said in the previous match, hatchery first has been standard for a very long time in the TVC matchup, but Tiger Zero deciding not to go for that hatch first. Devant now getting his geyser up. It's a bit too late to get a Reaper out immediately, but if he waits a couple of seconds, gonna have that Reaper available to him, which by the way is super strong on this map due to this ledge right here. Okay, great. Doesn't look like we have any lag. 0051. Oh, 0051 commenting in the chat. He's not seeing any lag, which is great. Which is super nice. Fortunately, Tiger Zero is gonna lose an overload here, and this kind of sucks, to be honest. A Marine first from Devant, perhaps not what he expected, but looks like this overload is going to die unless he can fly to the safety of this ledge. This is the run right here. The Marine is not getting microed, so is Tiger Zero gonna make it out? I don't know, I'll let you bet. I won't show you if he makes it out. Okay, but anyway, metabolic boost has been started, and the drone cap is looking pretty low for Tiger Zero. And what is he doing actually? He's only on 15 supply right here. Upstairs are on 13, and as you can see, his supply blocked, so that overload did die. Pretty sad there. What's it called? A minute of silence for our overload friend. No, I have to comment it constantly. The drone count, as I said, is pretty low, and I don't know why. I don't know why Tiger Zero is not droning. He's making 6 Zerglings right now, but he can't really break this wall. He saw that it was a full wall off, right? He did see that, so he's not making drones right now. He wants to. Is he gonna make a baiting nest or something? I don't know what is going on. I'm not a Zerg player, so I haven't got the build orders, you know, written down here, but it doesn't look very standard to me. Factory has finished, and this is going to be changed out with the starport. I'm going to see a Banshee opening most likely here. I'm not a Terran player myself either, so I haven't got those builds written down. Armory coming up as well. Ooh, that's very interesting. And the reactor is coming down. What could the armory be used for? Banshee is going to be landed here. Are we going to be seeing a very early Raven? No, of course we're not. Is the armory not even necessary for a Raven? I don't think so. Banshee is coming down though, and factory has almost finished its reactor, and still Zerglings are being produced from Tiger Zero. He does not want to make a lot of drones. He's got the baiting nest coming up, but I don't think this is going to do anything right here. This is a very strange build from Tiger Zero. He's not mining anything basically. He's only mining a bit from his main base, and a lot of that is gas, so not looking the best for him. Of course the Banshee is out as well, so eventually all of these Zerglings and Banelings, potential Banelings, are going to die if they decide to push in here. Hellions are being produced as well, but I'm still curious about this armory. What is he going to do with it? He can't really make an early Thor. He is going to get early upgrades. I don't know why it was dropped, and I'm curious to see what he decides to do with it. But now Tiger Zero, he hasn't still making Zerglings. He even saw the Banshee and is continuing to make Zerglings. Are you kidding me? No, I didn't forget about the overlay. Sorry about that. Spore Crawler is being dropped though, which is very nice for him. He needs that Spore Crawler coming down to be able to deal with this Banshee. Of course, there is no cloak, so not having a lair isn't that huge of a deal for him. But Spore Crawler and the Queens are pushing this back for now. Now finally, drones are being made. The Banelings have finished. in the main base, but I don't really know what for, why he made banelings. It's all very strange from Tiger Zero right here. Yeah, he is in Gold League, so he should have a couple of build orders at least worked out for him. And now Devon's gonna be dropping that command center, and it is very late. He has to deal some damage with this, or else Tiger Zero's weird build might actually work out for him. So Tiger Zero does have quite a large baneling count here, so if Devon doesn't micro this properly, he can technically take a lot of damage from these banelings. Now the Banshees are fighting straight up with the Queens, not a position you want to be in, but of course the reinforcements are pushing the Queens back right now. Sporecrawler is still in position. Hellbats can soak up quite a bit of damage, but do take a lot of damage as well from the banelings. All the Banshees died to the Sporecrawler. That was very poorly executed from Devonte. Of course, a couple of Marines are still alive, but 26 more Zerglings are going to be coming in here. But he has to kill a lot of drones right now, and that is exactly what it's going to do. All the drones that were mining at the natural are going to fall, except for 3 of them, which do make it out of there. But now the links are finally done, and they're going to be coming down to clean this one up. And look at supply right now, it's 30 right here. But in the unit count, or in the income tab rather, it's 23 harvesters to 18. And that's not a position you want to be in as a Zerg player. Okay, so apparently Devon's best race is Terran. But he's not spending his energy on his command center, so I don't know what he is doing right now. Hello, Fyrkrag TV. Fyrk tuning in, one of my buddies from my StarCraft clan, of course, tuning into the chat. Lovely to see. But now Tiger Zero is going to go for a third base, and now he has to drone. You can't really go for a third base without having any drones. That wouldn't be worth it at all. Doesn't have a queen in the main base either, so still no drones are in production. Tiger Zero, what is he doing? APM on these guys are 50 and 60. What am I saying? 50 and 76 right now, so not the highest of APM there, so might be hard for these players to multitask very well here. A third Banshee pops, and I don't know if it's built to deal damage or just to push these Zerglings back. But currently it is working on pushing the Zerglings back. The one right now is finally dropping all of those mules, and he's starting to mine quite a lot. So if you go to the income right now, those mules are really doing a whole lot for him. He is currently doubling it up. He is mining twice as much as Tiger Zero is. And now finally Tiger Zero is making a couple of drones at least. 3 drones right now being produced, but the supply count is so low for both of these players. 54 and 38 when we're at the 12-minute mark. Should be at least at 80 or 90, I feel like. Devon's third base is roughly 2/3 done right now. Oh, 1/3 rather. And if that lands and he is allowed to turn that into Orbital Command as well, he's really going to be mining super much more than Tiger Zero currently is. His third base has finished, going to be dropping a Spore Crawl there, which is nice for him. He doesn't want to forget about that when the Banshee is out roaming the streets. And but still, no drones. No drones at all from Tiger Zero. I don't know what he's spending his larva on. He's got a decent amount of larva here. These could all have been drones, but currently no drones being produced. La is coming up at the 30-minute mark, which is an interesting choice, to say the least. I would prefer to see that around the 6-minute mark, but Tiger Zero, he has taken a bit of damage. He of course lost our dear Overlord here in the beginning, so perhaps that's he's been I think mourning. That is that a word? Mourn? Grief? He's been feeling a lot of grief. Can't really focus on the plays. He's been really sad during this entire game. And of course the armory was for the early Hellbat push. I completely forgot that you need the armory to produce Hellbats. I forgot about that. But just now, as I remembered it, that was the armory it was for indeed. Banshee getting pushed back right now by the Queen. And still Zergling baiting only from Tiger Zero right now. He's getting a couple of drones at the expansion, but still not mining that much, to be honest. Now Devant, I think he's going to deal a lot of damage with this push. The armor supply is 57 to 25, and it's going to be loading into the main base, and this is so annoying to deal with. I told you this ledge is super annoying, not only for the Reapers, but also for this stupid ship. Now, okay, it's alright. It's a fair strategy. but it's super annoying to deal with. Hunterless then is coming in, but it's way too late. Let's see if Tiger Zero can actually deal with this. Hellbats are taking so much damage though, and no, there is no way. The Banelings are coming in pretty late to the party here, and the Hellbats and the Marauders soak up quite a lot of that damage. 34 more links are currently coming in though, and apparently Tiger Zero, he just remembered that he has a lot of lava idle, and he produced a lot of links, but it's too late. The lair might fall, the natural might fall, and Devant is just pulling Tiger Zero apart here. There's nothing he can do. The lair is going to die. A couple of Widow Mines are dying here, but much more than that Tiger Zero can do here. It's down to 12 supply, and this was just I think it was a really weird game. Tiger Zero, my main tip to you is keep droning. Don't stop droning ever. You need those drones to play Zerg. That's what I've learned. 22 supply right now for Tiger Zero. He's making 6 Hydralisks, but I don't think it's going to be enough to clean this up. There is no way. The natural is going to die. These spine crawlers are not going to be finishing anytime. And of course one finishes, but how much is going to deal damage? How much is going to do? It's got 300 HP, of course, dealing a bit of damage, and it's going to get one Hellbat there. Hydralisks do pop, but Devant just going to get out of here. Going over to the third base. I'm going to start cleaning it up from here. Stimming in here, and he's got his third base landed as well, but Devant is just rallying across the map right now. He doesn't give a shit. He's not producing SLEs, he's producing army units. Well, it's not producing that much, he's piling up minerals, but nonetheless, there we go. Devant getting a 2-1 lead for Bungie there, so current score is 2-1, favor of Bungie. I don't know. So there we go, 2-1 right there. Mr. Bump in the chat, why did you scare me? Made me think I forgot about the overlay. I was kind of focused on that for a while, but hope I wasn't too hard on these players. I don't think Tiger Zero is actually that experienced in Gold League, so not going to be too hard on him. Hope I wasn't too mean. That's basically the main tip you can give to any Zerg player that's below Diamond. Drone more than you currently are. That's basically my main tip. As said, I'm not a Zerg player, but that's what I've heard. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to drone more. Looks like we are actually already setting up a game 4 lobby already, so we might be jumping into game number 4 pretty quickly. Be sure to leave a follow if you haven't already. I think 2 more people follow during this cast, which is pretty nice. I'm going to be casting the entirety of After Hours Gaming League Season 5. Perhaps not the finals. Probably not the finals. Pretty new to this team, this stuff. Of course, the VODs are going to be up on my YouTube channel as well, which you can see in the overlay. So there we go, the invite has been received. The lobby for game number 4 is live. And this is potentially the last game of the evening. And once again, it looks like it's going to be an even matchup, but also once again, perhaps not the highest of caliber. Looks like everyone is ready. And we are loading into Overgrowth. Well, we aren't loading in just yet, but we're soon Good loading into Overgrowth, Ellie. Very classic map. It's been around for quite some time. And there we go, the countdown has now begun. And it's, as I said, potentially the last game of the evening. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 4. The current score is 2-1 in favor of Bungie. So let's start it off by introducing our players. In the bottom left side, in the blue trunks, it is Void. He's going to be representing Bungie. And up in the top right side, representing Tableau software, it is Famorgan, I think. Famorgan? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. And Famorgan, yeah, selected it, and there we go. Sending it out. Sending out his overload finally. Well, it's going to be a CVC, but as I said, it's not going to be the highest of caliber. These players, one of them is in silver, one has been ranked in silver 1, so we'll see how this plays out. Don't expect too much hype, too many high level plays here. Well, still, they are droning pretty nicely, both of them, so Famorgan going to be scouting out the something over here. Anyway, so far no spawning pool has gone down or any sort of shenanigans like that. No extractor, no quick hatchery or anything. So, still looking very standard. And there we go. The spawning pool is coming down for Void and for Bungie. But Famorgan responding immediately, getting a spawning pool of his own as well. And we might even see a very heavy macro game here. Looks like these players do want to play it out. And they don't really want to be aggressive. We've seen no gas just yet, so. And Famorgan, he's got an interesting overlord coming out over here. He's going straight to the gold and going to be going to the third base after that. Now Famorgan is going for that 15 hatchery right now. Void hasn't dropped any hatchery. He's going for gas instead. So it's gonna try to be a bit aggressive here, perhaps. We'll see what it decides to do. The spawning pool is finishing up. I'm gonna see the queen. Yes, we do. And I'm gonna see a queen from Famorgan. No, not yet. It's gonna drop 2 drones in that geyser. So he doesn't want to go too heavily on gas. He just you know, he wants to mine a bit casually. Not too much, not too little. Just enough. But now he's gonna drop a hatchery of his own right now. So if it doesn't deal some damage with the early gas, he is gonna end up behind. As you can see, he's already falling up behind in the income count right here, at least in the mineral count. So we'll see if he gets that early metabolic boost out and decides to go for some aggression with links. So far, Famorgan is the only one making links. He's also getting his first extractor up right now, so his metabolic boost may not be that far behind the one of Void. And just missed the bump once again. Commenting Gold Scrub Kappa. For any of you that don't know, Mr. Bump in chat is someone I picked up from Reddit on the subreddit SE2 Partners, and when I picked him up, he was a young fella in Silver League, and we did some games, coached around a bit, analyzed some replays, and like rank 12 platinum now, I think, after just a few months. So Mr. Bump, of course, dropping that Kappa on that Gold League scrub. The Roach Warren is finishing up for Void right now, and he's going to start roaches. You know, he's building drones so far, so of course this is one drone that you've lost. 50 minerals plus the 75. I think the Roach Warren costs 75. I don't know though. But that is one less drone mining, and if you're not gonna build anything with it, not really worth it, I must say. Firkrag dropping an Nanua emote in the chat. Okay, nice, sweet, cool. But yeah, a couple of roaches are going to be popping out of the map. 3 more are going to be on the way as well. Lair's about to finish up, and for Morgan, he hasn't got his lag coming up even, so that might be a problem for him. As a lot of you probably know, when you're playing in CVC, your roach speed is a super vital upgrade, but so are the +1 and the melee. Oh, what am I saying? The ranged and the carapace as well, but roach speed really makes a huge difference, and not having Lair on time can be a huge problem. But now for Morgan, he is scouting out, and what does he see? He sees a couple of roaches, and what's going to be his response? Currently, he is just piling up larva and minerals. It's up to 1600 right now, building something there, the roach one. Okay, that's good for him, and an evolution chamber. So he wants to stay even in the roach count, in the roach timing, so he's gonna drop a roach warren of his own, and also an evolution chamber. Void dropping 2 geisters right now, and what for Morgan and Void, both of them need to do is keep droning. All right, for Morgan, he's very low on drones right now, and he's barely mining with any from his natural. So if he can, start droning, and there we go. 7 drones are going to be produced very quickly here. The roach warren is still on the way. And there we go, there's the glial reconstitution. There's the very important upgrade I was talking about. The roach speed. Also the overload speed coming in, which is pretty interesting. Just in general, a pretty decent upgrade. Get a lot more map vision. And a lot of versatility on the overloads. I think that's a pretty neat word. Now Void, getting some map vision for the first time. As you can see on the minimap right here, not a lot of the map has been seen by these players, so really they need all the vision they can get out on the map. +1 starting for our solo player from Oregon here, and as I said, every upgrade matters a lot in the mirror matchup, so having that advantage is super important for him. And for Oregon does have his lag coming down now as well. Now it's picked up a bit in the drone count, but still got quite a bit to go. Still fairly alright for him right now. But Void, he is ahead by quite a lot in supply, and is making 13 more roaches. It looks like he wants to be aggressive with this early roach speed of his. He's also got the evolution chambers finishing up at the front here. And there's the Spire from Void. That's an interesting choice. Spire in CVC going Mutalisk has really gone out of fashion, you know, ever since the Spore Crawler change, which was like a long time ago, like early HOTS or something, when they added the additional damage versus biological units. Mutas haven't really been that common, but anyway, Void is going to be pushing in right here with quite a lot of roaches, and for Morgan can't really withstand this huge roach power, trying to micro and focus fire, but it's not going to be enough, not nearly enough. Is he going to make anything? He's not producing roaches either. There we go. 7, 10, 12 more roaches are going to be in production though, but this is way too late. And the roach count really very quickly snowballs out of control. As soon as you're like 1 roach behind, you're gonna lose that battle convincingly. And now the hatchery is going to fall right here, and it looks like this matchup is going to be over pretty quickly. Void is in the lead 2-1 right now for Bungie, and if he wins this game, it's going to be a 3-1 victory right there. But the roaches do pop as natural, and they managed to push this back, I think. Void isn't really reinforcing this very well, and for Morgan, if he makes more roaches, he's gonna hold this off. He's got idle larva right here. There we go. He's making zombies though. He wants to make roaches right now, but Void is pushing in here. He's killed the natural. The production capability of Morgan has just plummeted right here. And Void is making 11 more roaches. It's looking really bad for Morgan, and I think that is going to be that, to be honest. His drones are long distance mining, and this was just a very simple victory for Void. He just made more drones and had more minerals available to him. He spent his lava, he used his minerals, and there we go. That's going to be, it's going to be all she wrote right there. The supply count is 26 to 107, and you know, Tableau software, they fought well, but Bungie just a bit too strong here in this matchup. Yeah, now he's lost every single hatchery. Can't afford to make a new one, but there we go. There is going to be the GG. Morgan taps out, and Bungie takes this series 3-2-1. So that is going to be that for the evening. Let's see if these players want to go for some sort of some show matches, just for fun, of course. Let's see if they want to go for the game. Want to go for game 5. Yeah, missed the bump. That's right, stalking me. Okay, we're going to game number 5. Of course, this is just for fun. Bungie did take this series 3-1, but we're going to be going into game number 5 anyway, just for fun, sis. So, hope you're staying with me, even though the series is over. Have some water there. It's not that easy to continuously talk, I'm telling you that much. Especially when it's in your second language, man, I'm telling you. It's hard. Hard life. But it's a lot of fun, so not complaining. We haven't set up a lobby as to what it looks like for game number 5 yet, but we're just waiting. I think we peaked at 10 viewers for a couple of seconds there. We're back to 9 right now. And I think a lot of these are players in the teams. A lot of people from Bungie and Tableau software, I think. We usually average around 9 viewers, roughly, around there. And also, if you haven't yet, as you can see on the overlay right now, be sure to visit afterhoursgaming.tv. That's basically where it's at, where the party's at. You can see all the players, all the teams, and you know, see what's going on with the After Hours Gaming League. This is my first time casting After Hours Gaming League. Oh, of course, not the first time, but first season for me. And it's been a lot of fun, to be honest. I haven't got that much routine. What's it called? I'm not that not a veteran, so to speak. Pretty new to the whole casting thing. Are we gonna have another CVC? Looks like we're going into another CVC. I'm sorry. Are we? Going into Secret Spring, one of the new maps. It's a beautiful map. Finally, we're seeing some bright maps. I hated all the dark maps. You know, Deadwing, Foxtrot Labs. What are they called? Alter Seam, Stronghold. Yeah, we had a lot of dark maps. We still do have quite a lot of dark maps. So I don't like those. I like Taldering Altar. I like Overgrowth. I like Whirlwind. Yonsu. I like all these bright maps, you know. Make me feel a bit more happy inside whenever playing StarCraft. Playing StarCraft can be a lonely thing, so it's nice to have something to brighten up your play, right? It looks like we are ready in the lobby. It's going to be another CVC, but this time it's going to be a pretty high level players playing. Previous Diamond right there, and then Cabbage. Previous Diamond as well. So here we go. The countdown has begun, as you can probably tell. You can probably hear it. And there we go. We are in the loading screen right now. The map is Secret Spring, as I said. A lot of people don't like this map. I think it's alright. But just as with all the other maps in the new season, it is very hard to secure a third base. So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, in the what is it? Fifth game? I think just for fun though, of course. The score is 3-0 or 3-1. Bungie have already taken this series. But anyway, let's start it off by introducing our players. In the top right side, in the blue trunks, representing Bungie, it is Karna. Of course, they are ahead. 3-2-1. And in the bottom left side, representing Tableau software, it is Cabbage. Clap, 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 clap. And as I said, these are previous Diamond players. They're currently in Platinum, both of them. So we'll see what they can make happen with the CVC matchup. I like this on this map. I just gotta mention this. These rock towers can make a huge difference in CVC. Alright, I'm gonna set up a scenario for you. Your opponent has got earlier roaches than you do. You're a bit ahead in drones, but you're a bit behind in roaches. So what you do is you're waiting for him to come here, you fight a bit, and then you collapse this rock tower, boom, right on his army. And you destroy his entire roach army. And then you can go win the game, huh? Because you're ahead in drones. Cool, right? I like that about this map. I know a lot of people don't like this weird thing here, whatever it's called, but I like it. I think it's cool. But anyway, spawning pool has a drop down for both of these players right now, and both up to 15 supply, and it looks like they're going to be saving up for that hatchery. Karna is sending out his first drone, so is Cabbage. I don't know if Karna actually mains Zerg, because I don't know. Didn't we have him earlier this? I don't know if we had him earlier this night, but anyway, Karna keeping up the drone production. No gas being taken from Karna right now, and no gas from Cabbage either. So we're going to see some. No, there we go. There's the gas. No. What's it called? The opener. Gas free. I don't know what it's called, but you know, the ones Benishiba really invented. The gasless opener. There we go. Gasless opener for Zerg, which really was started with Benishiba in back in Wings of Liberty. But anyway, 2 Zerglings are going to be on the way for Cabbage right now, and these are just for scouting purposes, of course. But I like these Zerglings. Karna unfortunately hasn't made any, and he's gonna lose complete map control due to that. But here we go. We started his 2 first right now, so not gonna be that huge of a problem. The hatcheries are about to finish up for both players, and it's all looking very even. But Karna is actually a bit behind, or ahead rather, in the drone count. A bit earlier drones there. It did favor to get drones instead of the early Zerglings. Now Cabbage is getting in here with the Zergling, seeing everything that is going on. He sees the hatchery, and he knows that he's completely safe right now. Is he gonna see any of the geysers right here? Does see the first geyser? Does see the second geyser? He knows there's no baiting nest coming up. That was some poor micro actually. He loses both Zerglings there. That was pretty bad for him, but he did see what he wanted to see. And ooh, a baiting nest coming down from Cabbage instead. That's pretty cool. I like that decision. Ling Bling is I don't like to play it, but I like to see it in CVC. I think it's thrilling. It's a lot of fun to see, but playing it, you know, I can't micro properly enough, so I'm just pretty bad at it. But volley boost has been started off for both players at pretty even times here, and yeah, I'm curious if we are going to see some huge Ling Bling fights actually. No baiting nest from Karna, and that's pretty risky to go no banelings in the CVC matchup. He's gonna take straight to Roach Warren. If Cabbage decides to be aggressive here, he's got 6 lings popping, then it could be pretty difficult for Karna to hold on here. But we're at the 6 minute mark right now. Are we going to see the Lair or the Roach Warren first? Nothing. Karna is starting to produce 8 more lings, but they're still droning pretty heavily, both of these players. So Cabbage right now is going to be dropping that Roach Warren. And Carnal still hasn't dropped any sort of tech. He hasn't got the Bending Nest, nor has he got the Roach Warren, so... And he doesn't have the lair either. As I've said multiple times during the night, I'm not a Zug player, but I would suggest getting the Roach Warren or the Bending Nest up. He's pretty lucky so far that there's been no sort of aggressive play out of Cabbage. But now Cabbage is going to be the one defending. Carnal has got a lot of links out of the map, but it's fine. He jukes him, pulls him back home, and it's going to be absolutely fine. But now Cabbage is the one producing roaches right here. He's producing 8 roaches right now, and still no Roach Warren from Carnal. Things are looking pretty grim for him. I would suggest getting that Roach Warren as soon as possible, but we'll see. Double Evolution Chamber is coming down from Cabbage, very nice. And there is the Roach Warren finally from Carnal, and it's going to be dropping the Evolution Chambers now as well. This is a super cute wall-in. I love this, but I don't know if it's enough. It really allows a lot of roaches to gather here and still do a lot of damage to this wall. So I don't know if it's in the best position, to be honest. I think this creep tumor kind of ruined it. But anyway, Cabbage's roaches have finished, but he's not going to be applying any sort of pressure with them. So far, just staying back, and he's getting his queen surrounded, unfortunately. Going to lose one there for free. Lair is coming up from Carnal as well as a third base. Ooh, that is risky on this map, and in ZVC, as you know, it's pretty crazy to go for a third base. But if you can hold it, you get a lot more production, and you can really outproduce your opponent very quickly, especially in the roach count. Cabbage, he's keeping up his drone count. Doesn't want to invest too heavily into the roaches right here. He's producing a lot of drones. So go to the income tab. Carnal is still ahead by quite a lot there. It's like, wow, is that ahead by 500? Is that 4 drones making that large of a difference? That's quite a lot in the income difference there. And it was only ahead by roughly 5 drones there, so I don't quite understand how that works. But Carnal, it looks like it's going to be eking out an edge here. You know, not dropping that early Roach Warren, not dropping the early Bending Nest. It allowed him to keep up a healthier drone count, and he's been allowed to mine a bit more. So now he's ahead by 36 supply all of a sudden, and now he is exploding in the roach count. He might be the one applying pressure actually, while Cabbage is going to be sitting back and apparently taking up to Hydralisks. This might be a bit too early, I feel. When I get those Hydralisks around the 140, 150 supply mark, where they can really be heavily defended by a lot of roaches, and allowed to deal a lot of damage. So go on Hydralisk when you don't have a wealthy roach count. Not gonna end up too well for you there. Glial Reconstitution is coming in for Carnal though. No Glial Reconstitution done, right? No Glial Reconstitution for Cabbage. +1/+1. Pretty even timing here. Fortunately for Carnal, he starts his +2 just as his +1 finishes, and now Carnal is going to be able to be very aggressive here with a large army. Cabbage can potentially set up a nice concave here. Not quite able to get it. It's going to use the collapsible rock tower. That would be so sick. Please, I want to see it. Please. No. Okay, he's not going to use the collapsible rock tower. Now Carnal's just going to move in here. Completely wreck Cabbage here. He doesn't have any roaches in here. It's making 50 more right now, but Carnal is making 16 more. So, unfortunately there for Carnal, he's getting his armor split up, but reinforces and completely crushes Cabbage right here. And this is the difference a couple of drones can make in the mirror matchups. And I think this third base is going to die. There is nothing Cabbage can do to hold on to his third base right here. And even an Overseer being brought over. +2/+2 being started for Carnal as well. And if we go back to the income once again, he's had by 11 drones right here. He's saturated at his third base. You know, not that heavily, but decently saturated. Now the third base has fallen. Just like that. Cabbage could do nothing to hold on here. And slow roaches against speed roaches, that's never going to be a nice trade for you. Now Cabbage getting pushed back into the naturals, making it 11 more roaches. And fortunately for him, his opponent was supply blocked, but it doesn't matter. The GG is being dropped. And Bungie managed to take even the show match. well, the final match. So they won by 4-1. So I think that is going to be that. I don't think they want to play any more games right now. But hope you enjoyed the cussing. As I said earlier, all the VODs are going to be on my YouTube channel, District StarCraft. You can see them on the overlay right now, the link to it. Also, be sure to visit afterhoursgaming.tv, where you can check out all the teams and all the different games the After Hours Gaming League is playing. So I hope you enjoyed, and hope I'll see you next Sunday. Thank you.